Hey, welcome in on this Tuesday.
Hey.
We made it to Tuesday.
We have.
500 feet. Ryan Dean here with you.
That's right, and I'm Sydney Stallworth. Now let's get right into our
Yeah.
top stories this morning. They've been the topic of conversation since about Friday night, and we're learning more and more each day about the deadly tornado that tore through the bi-state. Now, we're going to start with Edwardsville.
Okay.
We're going to start with what we know out of that Amazon warehouse. Now, there's now a new federal investigation underway surrounding the Amazon warehouse. Trucks just arrived to start combing through that damage. Among crews on site today is actually going to be OSHA. OSHA has been there since Saturday and has 6 months to complete its investigation. And if investigators find any violations of workplace safety and/or health regulations, now, citations and financial penalties could be coming next. Now, according to Edwardsville Police Chief Michael Philback, walls on both sides of that building, you can see it there, just how much damage that is, collapsed inward and the roof fell down. The concrete walls were 40 feet tall and about the length of a football field. Now, responders rescued 45 people from the warehouse, but 6 actually died. Local investigations into what happened there are underway too. Edwardsville officials have also said that they're going to be looking into what happened on their own. So we got some local investigations going. They're looking for any structural issues with that warehouse. So they're looking really close at that.
Man. And then we're also learning more about one of the survivors, right? He was in the hospital.
Yeah, our Pepper Baker actually sat down with the survivor, the one survivor that was hospitalized and airlifted to SLU Hospital. And she sat with him in his hospital room, and it was really emotional. He was talking about his feelings when that wall was actually on top of him.
And he was in the same bathroom that he was hiding with some of the folks who died.
Right. And so goodness, I cannot even imagine. And there was a lot of emotion in that interview. If you haven't seen it, it's on KSTK.com. It's on our app. Please go watch it because he explains what he was going through. He was just focusing on trying to continue to breathe so that he could stay alive until rescuers were able to get to him.
Yeah, it was such a powerful interview that the Today Show actually was airing parts of it this morning on national news. It's not very often you get to take a TV camera into a hospital room, and that's what he allowed us to do. And I can't imagine what he's going through emotionally and also what he's going through physically.
Right.
President Joe Biden has approved emergency declarations for Illinois along with Tennessee and Kentucky. The declarations pave the way for the states to receive additional federal aid, including grants for temporary housing and home repair loans to cover uninsured property losses and other programs to help individuals and business owners recover from the effects of this disaster. And before that tornado actually touched down in Edwardsville, it hit Defiance in St. Charles County. The EF3 tornado damaged several homes and businesses. One person died, 2 others were hurt in St. Charles County. The National Weather Service says top wind speeds, listen to this, in that area, 165 miles per hour on Friday. The drone video from Skylens 5 kind of gives you a better idea of just how powerful this tornado was when it hit Defiance. Some of the worst damage near Highway 94 and Highway F. Cleanup is underway right now. Volunteers are helping. The Red Cross is one of the agencies on the ground trying to do what they can to help folks. The co-owner of Defiance Roadhouse is actually working to collect donations for those who lost their homes in this storm. And from generosity to greed, we have to show you this. This is really unfortunate. St. Charles County Police tweeting this, saying they found people attempting to steal scrap metal. Now officers are maintaining a 24-hour presence in that area, and it says anyone caught looting will be arrested and charged accordingly. You're asked to call 911 if you see anything suspicious. And I have to tell you, I've covered a lot of tornado scenes in my career here, and looting is always the case. And it's people preying on the vulnerable. Makes you really angry.
It does. And speaking of, we talked a little bit about some of those scams that people are doing, those fake sites to donate to help victims of these storms. It's really unfortunate that some people do take advantage of natural disasters like this. So be on the lookout for that. Don't fall victim. Now, this next story has stolen everyone's hearts online, and the tragic update is trending this morning. A 2-month-old baby is now among the dozens who didn't survive the tornado in Kentucky.
Yeah, Oakland Coon is the name. Died from her injuries yesterday. Look at that sweet little face.
Yeah.
After her family thought she'd pull through, they took her to shelter in a bathroom, and when the tornado ripped them out of the home and blew them across the street. Can you imagine? Oakland was strapped into her baby seat Initial medical tests showed no problems, right? And so Oakland was actually discharged, but her parents took her back after she was sleepier than normal, and doctors found bleeding on her brain. Her family says they're grateful for the 2 months they had with her.
Wow, our hearts go out to them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
What
beautiful
so
baby girl.
devastating. All right, so a lot of people, they want to help. They, whether it's with your time, with your talents, whatever it might be, with your money. There's ways to donate right there on your screen. See 425-5355. Just text the word help, and we'll actually send you a link with a lot of breakdown on how you can help. And a lot of folks just want to help, but one thing that the authorities will say: don't just rush to the area and want to just help out. They're coordinated efforts. So they have coordinated ways to help. They have coordinated ways to donate, and that way you also don't fall victim to scams that you're talking about.
Absolutely, and you can help crews too that are out there working to clear all this up with food and things like that. All right, thanks so much, Ryan. Now, 3 major districts in our area are debating mask wearing next semester. Rockwood is going to vote on Thursday whether or not masks should be optional, and the vote would also allow healthy students to remain in school even if they are deemed a close contact, and notifying the entire building of a positive case would come to an end. Over in Kirkwood, just last night, the school board recommended extending its mask requirement while indoors through next semester. The board will hold a final vote on that in January. And in Parkway, the board will review and vote tomorrow. They'll talk about not only masks, but also quarantine guidelines and contact tracing. Now, masks are and will still be required in school buses and all school districts as per federal transportation guidelines. Now, we know masks have been a hot topic for quite some time when it comes to schools. So we'll see how this unfolds.
Yeah, you have several districts saying that that new state or the new ruling out of Cole County, which is the one that Attorney General Eric Schmidt is saying that stops any kind of masking or any what's the other thing?
COVID safety
protocols where you have to be kept away from a certain time. Quarantining, that's the word I was looking for.
Quarantine.
Quarantine.
Yes, that's right.
We only said it a million times in the last year and a half.
Right, I know.
But so that stops that. So, but school districts are saying no, we have a right to do so, and so that debate is going to definitely
that ruling has caused a lot of confusion.
Yes,
so we'll keep a close eye on it.
Okay, so we have new options for your next trip to Europe. When you're feeling comfortable to travel, you'll soon be able to fly nonstop from Lambert to Germany. How about that? Sources tell 5 on your side, German airlines Lufthansa will begin offering the direct flights next month. This will be the first nonstop flight from St. Louis to Europe in years. The official announcement, by the way, is expected today. So from planes to trains, Amtrak is planning to offer a high-speed route between St. Louis and Chicago sometime in the next 12 to 18 months. Trains on the lines, listen to this, may reach speeds of up to 110 miles per hour.
Wow.
And just yesterday, Amtrak began a new schedule, allowing trains to travel up to 90 miles per hour, shaving 15 minutes off the trip.
That's always good. We always want to cut down that travel time. It's now legal to possess small amounts of marijuana in St. Louis City. A new ordinance allows adults to possess up to 2 ounces of marijuana without facing civil penalties. You can also grow up to 6 plants. Now, the bill also prevents police from using the smell or sight of marijuana smoke as probable cause for search or arrest. I know this is something Mayor Tashara Jones was really passionate about, and she put pen to paper on this.
Yep, we saw that yesterday, so we'll see what the results are from that. But I also know that there are some folks in law enforcement who say, the idea that they won't be able to, do probable cause because if they smell or see marijuana, that could lead to some things too. Maybe not finding more crime or, but I know it's a hot topic.
It is a hot topic.
There's definitely 2 sides like there is to most stories.
Everything. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
All right, let's toss things over to Anthony to get a check of the weather.
Good Tuesday morning. We are waking up with a decent amount of cloud cover today, and we'll be mostly cloudy through the day, even cloudy by the afternoon. It will be a little breezy today. Winds out of the south at 5 to 10 with gusts up to 20, and numbers today right about near 60 degrees in the metro area. And again, a chance of a sprinkle possible this afternoon. Same deal for tomorrow. We're up to 71 for a high on Wednesday. Showers hit tomorrow night into Thursday morning, then another round of rain Friday. The weekend is dry but colder. Numbers in the 40s for afternoon highs.
Those temperatures are going to drop towards the end of the
Well,
weekend
we've
next
been
week.
kind of spoiled with some of the weather that we're getting here in
We
December.
have.
So, you're a breakfast person, yeah?
I
You like a
am.
good brunch?
Yes, who doesn't? Who doesn't? Yeah.
So there's a popular breakfast spot that's now set up shop on Washington Avenue, and people will obviously know the name. Rooster
Oh, yeah, I
moved
know
from
it.
its previous nest off of Locust, where it had been operating for 15 years, by the way. So the new location is near 10th and Washington. And so if you're familiar with Washington Avenue, you might remember Dubliner, a very popular Irish bar that operated in that spot for years. So that's where the new Rooster is right now. It has a
looks
larger
beautiful.
kitchen and more seating than the old location. The owners also renovated the entire front of the house, and I'm sure people are rejoicing about the more room because
Yes.
there's always a wait at Rooster Island, especially on the weekends.
I was going to say, I've been a couple of times, and every time I had to wait, except for when I got there right at the start of
Yeah.
when they opened up. But it's worth it. Great food.
They have a belt sandwich, bacon, eggs, lettuce, tomato. Ooh, I'm telling you.
All right, you're making me hungry, Ryan. All right, are you looking for a summer job? Well, the nation's oldest and largest outdoor theater, the Muni, is now accepting applications for its internship program. Applicants must be available for the entire summer season to work, though. That's May 31st to August 14th, and you'll get paid at least $475 a week. The application window is going to close on January 9th, so you can learn more on Muni's website about how to get that job.
Okay, so if you're doing any holiday shopping, this week is the last week to get your orders in to have them by Christmas, right? A lot of retailers are telling customers to have their orders in by tomorrow or Thursday at the very latest for standard ground shipping. I think USPS ground is the 15th, so we're really nearing that date. Most companies offer some kind of 2-day or next day options, but that will certainly cost you a lot more. And if you do have to wait until the last minute, you may want to see if the store has a pickup option that will actually save you some pennies.
Yeah, it's tough now with the shipping, though. I mean, you really have to plan ahead. Am I up to date with my holiday shopping? No, so
You're not.
I'm definitely listening to this warning.
Okay.
And this week I'm going to get it done.
You know, what's interesting is that we all know the problems the Postal Service had last year.
Yes.
You know, they had, obviously, with COVID surging at this time, the hiring process was tricky, so a lot of people were very upset with the delays they were seeing.
Yeah.
This year, they have these new machines, these like sorting machines that can sort 3,200 packages in an hour.
3,200,
really,
wow.
Yeah, it's so crazy. So, and there's actually, I think, 112 in the country, and one of those is in Hazelwood.
All right. Well, that's good news for us.
How about that?
I'd say. All right. Now we have to talk about the unfortunate side of things. Porch pirates will be on the lookout for your package deliveries, but there are some easy steps you can take to make sure your presents aren't stolen.
Oh.
Okay, yeah, that's right. Okay, all right. Well, one option is a secured delivery
I thought
box.
you were waiting on me to say something. I was like,
No,
I'm
that was
listening
me.
to
That
you.
was me. One option you can do is a secure delivery box into which packages can be dropped on your porch. Now that cost is about $150 to go ahead and lock that down. Another option is a battery-powered video doorbell. They cost about $100 and can detect when packages are left on your porch, and then you'll get an alert so you'll know to watch out for them. You can also install security cameras that double as floodlights. You know, everybody has a Ring camera these days. They cost about $180 each for those security cameras. And maybe when the lights come on, it'll deter a thief from taking it. They might be a little shocked, a little scared, and that's what they do. But have you seen those viral videos, like when people put those fake trap packages out
Yeah,
on their porches?
I love
it's like
it.
glitter bombs and all sorts of
Love it.
things. Get glitter all over the perp who tried to steal them. I'm not mad at them.
You know, another really, really great security system is have a retired neighbor.
Okay.
Just keep track of your house.
Keep an eye on it. Hey there.
I have one or two of those in my neighborhood, and I'm telling you, they're better than any security system.
Okay,
you
your
think of.
packages are locked down. They're not
Because
going anywhere.
I'll get a text saying, "Hey, I brought a package over to my house to keep it safe," or you know whatnot. So, or hey, you have one at your front door.
That's sweet of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I recommend that as well. 'Tis a season for porch pirates. Also, 'tis a season for packing on those holiday pounds.
Oh,
The
no.
average weight gain in the period between Thanksgiving and New Year's is around 2 pounds. I would have thought that's more.
I know. I was
Actually.
gonna say. I think I put on maybe
Yeah.
more than that myself.
2 pounds.
Yeah.
I gained that on Turkey Day alone.
That's right.
But with a little thought, you can actually fight off those extra weight. Dietitians suggest paying attention to signs of hunger and fullness. So basically discipline. Save splurges for holiday celebrations. Fill up on fiber. Develop a portion strategy for baked goods.
So that'll get you the baked goods.
Right now, my strategy is I'll have one of those.
Yeah.
I'll have one of
We'll
those.
just taste it off.
And don't overdo the drinking and stay active. Well, this doesn't sound fun.
I know, and not the most fun holiday,
Yeah.
but it is what it is. Now we have something that I'm sure you'd like to hear if you're like me and you really get into those shows in the holidays. Is binge watching really that bad? Now, researchers at Michigan State University are pointing out some positive effects of watching 3 or more episodes of something in a row. They say binge watching decreases stress and promotes relaxation, and I can believe it. It also helps you find meaning and insight since you're engaged with what you're watching, you're more invested. It also promotes socializing, something that's important and healthy, but you have to be sure to keep your binge watching positive. Plan ahead on when you'll turn the TV off. It's always important to set limits. Don't multitask while you're watching. It can counteract those few positive effects that we just mentioned. Prioritize your sleep. And while you're on the couch, try to eat healthy snacks. It can be so easy to reach for the pizza and the chips and all that good stuff. But maybe go for some carrots or, I don't know, fruit.
This it seems a little bit of a stretch.
It is a little bit, but
I mean,
I'm running
the
with
positive
it.
effects brought to you by Netflix. No, I'm joking. I really don't think they're behind it.
Exactly.
But yeah, I mean, if you watch 3 more episodes, you're definitely getting comfy on the couch for sure.
Absolutely, but I can understand the relaxation part of it. Sometimes it's really good just to wind down, watch a show that you enjoy, especially if you're doing it with family. I don't see much wrong with that.
You know what's interesting? I think if you watch it the old school way, let's say, there's a lot of television shows now put on Netflix.
Yeah.
And so if you were invested for years, watching episodes for years, it's different than just binge watching because I don't know, like you more critical maybe of the writing and all this stuff, but like
Maybe.
you don't factor in like the emotional connection you had for years with a show. I'm thinking of How I Met Your Mother. I know there's a lot of fans out there.
Oh,
I
you're a
watched
big
that
fan.
when it was on TV, so I had to wait every week for 9 years
Yeah.
for How I Met Your Mother. And I loved the ending. It was a weird ending, and people on Netflix and watched binge it didn't really care for it. So
Yeah.
anyway, that's my
Like Game of
philosophy,
Thrones.
and now you know.
Bad ending. All right. Well, thanks. Look, I had to throw that in. If we're talking about bad endings, we got to mention Game of Thrones. But
Right.
all right. Well, we'll be back tomorrow to
Yes.
talk more about binge watching and all the other fun
News
topics.
you can use for
I know,
sure.
right? For sure. All right. We'll see you tomorrow.
See ya.